Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm your host D-Day, bringing you some more Minecraft All the Mods 9. Alright, so like I said, in between episodes I went ahead and I did a lot of the crafting. I did not pick up the basic energizing rods and upgrade them. I did not pick up the thermo generators and upgrade them. We're running on decent power, plus I'm curious to see if we can just make all of these guys with the basic ones that we have, because we don't need to make a lot of these, just enough to be able to make the next tier of resourceful bee. And by resourceful bees, I mean productive bees mod. What we're doing today, so we're going to make the blazing, the Niotic, the spirited, and the Nitro, because this seems like a lot of redundant footage. So we're just going to pound out all of the bees so that we can get these on autocraft. Downstairs, I already switched out the baby upgrades for more pokies. So let's see where they're at. I went ahead and switched these guys out. They're all pokies again. All of these have filled up with energized steel bees and blazing bees, so we have more than enough. And of course, this guy has caught all of the extra ones, so we can smoosh these if we need to. But first, what I want to see, the Poki gave us all these gene samples. Let's see if we can get enough of the gene sample for productive bees blazing, as well as the gene sample for productive bee energized steel. So we need 2 energized steel and 1 blazing, and of course a block of blazing crystal, which seems simple enough. We just need to make blaze mesh, or we need to run it through 4 at a time as the blaze powder. All right, both of the shulker boxes have been unloaded. We're gonna let this guy slowly combine everything, and we'll come back to see if we have 2 energized steel and 1 blazing. One extra thing I can do is I went ahead and I moved all of the iron, and some of the gold bees are up here, and then I made a new shulker box just for the blazing bees and the energized steel. Let's go ahead and also attach this guy up here and make ourselves a new shulker box so that we can start gathering the next tier. So netherite shulker box, can I grab 1 please? Awesome, it's that easy. And then we can just put this here, and no, we can't put it sideways, we have to put it up and down or else it won't open. There we go. This guy's ready. We got some bee cages in here. We can do the same song and dance where we dump all of these guys out. But first, let's go see if we can make all of the product that we need for all of the bees, not just the next one. All right, so let's see how long will this take. 1, 2, 3, 4, and yes, okay. So we can make the blazing crystals this way with 4 of them. So it looks like we have 1 blazing and 1 energized steel. We need 2 energized steel, so it looks like we're gonna have to squish some of our energized steel. All right, let's check. We got glass bottles, and let's start smooshing some of them. All right, is 3 going to be enough for us to get another energized steel? Yes, we got our second energized steel. So we got 2 energized steel and a blazing. We got our 3 eggs ready. This is perfect. We need 3 treats. 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and create these guys real quick. Do these stack? They don't stack. Let's do this. And let's get these eggs up and running. And while we do these eggs, last time we did realize that they do not come out with perfect stats. So let's go strong, very high rain, and metaternal. We'll make these guys so that we can feed him as soon as we create him. Blazing bee. Perfect. We got 2 blocks of blazing crystals and 1 for the bee itself. Nice. Let's go ahead and empty out our machines so that we can make room for the blazing bee, the blazing crystal bee when it pops out. All right, there's our energized steel spawn egg, and we got 1 more left. So we can go ahead and get our lead ready, and we can get the sturdy bee cage ready for this guy. Okay, let's go ahead and we can zap this guy and give it all of the stats that we wanted and start breeding more of them. Because we're going to have to break this guy down that we're making now in order to make the next bee. So let's see. We have energized steel, 2 of them, blazing bee, 1, and 2 blocks of blazing crystal. Yeah, 4%, 5%. This one's taking a little bit longer. At least we can look at how cool it looks, right? And really, if you think about it, it wouldn't take that much effort. I would just need to mine up these 9, put it in the system, craft the new one, and then put them back, right? Then they'd be faster. And after we do that, we could just, we could just pick these guys up, and just craft them. Because we're going to need to keep them all in the system to recraft the next tier anyways. It'll give us something to do while we wait for the bees to reproduce with the baby upgrade anyway, right? There we go. We got our blazing crystal bee spawn egg. Perfect. So what we can do is we can put this guy down and lead him right here. Okay. And now we can feed him all of the goodie. There we go. Now that I got a ridiculous amount of screenshots for the thumbnail, let's pick them up. We have very high rain, Metaternal strong passive, as well as the block it needs. Good. Let's go. We can continue on. Let's switch out the bee. Now that we have the entire setup empty and all of the energized bees and all of the blazing bees are up here now. We have all of these guys. The machine is empty. Everything is reset. Let's go ahead and put in this guy. So we have our blazing bee. We need to switch out the middle, of course, with the block of blazing crystal. And we're going to have to switch out all of the baby upgrades again. So when this one fills up, it will start making more babies for more hives. Okay, so let's see. If we were going to make the next one, what do we need? We need 2 blazing crystal bee spawn eggs and 1 diamond. Okay, so let's check our entire supply and see if we have enough for a diamond bee already. We got 70% of a diamond bee in here. Okay, let's check our other one, which has been really slowly poking our big supply over here. I have another one set up right down here so that we're getting the most bang for our buck. We got 37 of a diamond here, and I already forgot what the percentage was of the other one, but I think if we're lucky, we can combine those two to make a 100% diamond bee. So 70 and 37, yeah, that forms a perfect diamond bee. Nice. Okay, so we got the diamond bee. We don't need to worry about spawning a bunch of diamond bees because we have the spawn egg. We need the blazing crystal. So we need this guy to start making a whole lot more babies. And let's see the, oh, okay, this is super simple. The Niotic crystals just need diamonds. That's very simple. So we don't need to bum rush anything right now because it's going to take a while for the blazing ones to be able to make what we need. Let's see what's required for 9 energizing rods to be turned into Niotic. 4, 8. We need 8 times 9. That's a lot of manual crafting. But I think, I mean, it's probably going to take that long for the bees to reproduce anyway. I tend to AFK these things overnight and then edit the footage so you guys don't have to deal with how long it takes. So before I upgrade, let's see. We can check out the crafting recipe for it. We're going to set the patterns for the energizing rods. And I'm pretty sure we're going to need this guy as well. And then, let's see, we also are going to need the previous tier blazing. I don't think I have that one, and blazing capacitors as well. Okay, so let's see now. Man, we're almost full on the second 16 molecular assemblers. Like, we have a lot of auto crafting going on. So let's see, if I wanted to make 9 of these, I would need 31 blazing crystals and 72 niotic crystals. That doesn't seem very difficult at all. Let's go ahead and I'll manually make these things real quick. All right, guys. So this took me a little bit to learn, but automating the energizing orb, what I ended up doing was I got an ME pattern provider and I set the pattern so that 4 blaze powder equals 1 blazing crystal. Of course, I used the Certus quartz wrench to right click so that it's pointing towards the inventory. The important thing I did is I changed this to blocking mode. Do not push crafting ingredients if inventory contains a pattern input. So it won't overflow it now. And then of course I just have a regular pipe extracting, and I'm glad the energizing orb is smart enough to know not to pull anything that isn't the final product. So I figured out how to automate it this way so we can put the patterns in here for right now. So let's also go ahead and make a processing pattern for the Niotic crystal. But to do that, we need to make one, right? Let's see, can we drag the Niotic crystal in here? Yes, we can. Okay, so we can drag it. We don't need to make it first. And then same thing, we put this guy in here, and now we can autocraft this crystal as well. Very cool. All right, so let's see, Niotic crystals, let's make 100. Let's see, it does not have any problems. Perfect. So now we're auto-crafting the Niotic crystals as well. So while these guys are auto-crafting so that we can replace our power and our energizing rods, let's go see if the bee has reproduced yet. And maybe if it's having issues, we'll move around the pokey pokies for more of the, what's it called? Baby upgrades. We got 2. Let's see, did they float into any of the other ones? No, not yet. What I'm hoping is that the pokey pokies might give us enough for... Oh yeah, I need to set up a new drawer as well. Is that the only thing they're making is blaze crystals? Because I might as well just drop it in here. Now we have that solved. The pokey pokey doesn't look like it's going to make the gene sample that we need fast enough. So I would think... Let's go ahead and pull the one out of the back and one of the ones from the side, and let's just give this guy a much bigger boost on creating the babies for right now. All right, looks like we finished our craft, so let's go ahead and upgrade these guys, and let's see if I can pull this off. Shapeless mining 9, there we go. We got our 9. We can put these guys back in the system so that we don't craft them over again. And now let's see, for the Niotic, let's go ahead and make our 9 cables that we need now. And start. And let's see. Oh, I love watching AE2 work. Dunsies. We got 9 of them. Very cool. So, oh yeah, they don't stack. Let's put these 9 up. I have a feeling that we're going to have to make 9 cables as well, right? Let's go ahead and make 10. Let's make 20 in total. 24 is good. Let's go ahead. Preemptively, the energy cable basic would have held us back. Let's get rid of this guy, and we can put down our grid over again. Like this, and then let's get some of these rods down. Alright, we have upgraded to Niotic, so this should be much faster. Let's take the power surge and bypass limit off. And now let's see. The Niotic crystals took a while, so let's see how fast are they now. It's not even showing the laser. Wow! It's not even showing the particle laser. That's how fast it is. That is... Yep, 18, 19. Yeah, these guys are going much faster. It doesn't even have time to show the laser. Wow. I'm curious now. I don't think it's being held back by the extract, but let's just go ahead and make the card for it. See, the ultimate is 64 items a tick, but it's only pulling the one, which makes me think, is it pulling fast enough? I mean, these things are cheap to make. Let's just go ahead and make one of them. No crafting CPUs are available. Okay, so even though this is a machine, it is requiring a crafting CPU to run. So another thing we need to add is going to be more of these crafters. Yep, it's showing right there. It shows 57. It shows what it's working on. Neat. I never use the crafting monitors. All right, I got the covers in place. Should I switch these out with the cherry log covers, though? Ah, it doesn't use the side. It uses the bottom. That doesn't really help me as a cover. Oh well, so in between the crafters is going to be the cherry log look facing upwards. We're going to make 3 more of these crafting storages. We just finished making our 100 of the Niotic crystals. That's nice. So let's see. Do I have crafters on autocraft? All right. 1, 2, and 3. And now 3 and 3 and 3. There we go. Now we can do more crafts at once. And I don't think we need a crafting monitor for each one of them, so I'm not going to be looking at it that often. But now we can do 4 things at the same time. So let's go ahead and set up the next thing we need to craft. The thing I was left off on was just making one of these ultimate pipe upgrades, these guys. And let's just stick it in here and see if it does anything. Distribution, add, okay. It'll extract 64 items at a time, but I don't know if it does it more times per tick. That I don't know. But let's test it out and see if the Niotic crystals move even faster now. So let's just make 10. Yep, it definitely moved a lot faster. So the extract on this guy, even though it's only extracting the 1 Niotic crystal, I believe it's extracting more times per tick as well, because that was much faster. I'm kind of curious now. Let's do another 100 and see if that is... Yep, that is definitely a lot faster. So the extract on the pipe upgrade has to be put in for it to be faster. Ooh, looks like we might have run out of juice, huh? Uh-oh. Did I burn the power supply? No, these guys are making it. How about the network? Is the network empty? Uh-oh. Yeah. We drained the Herculean. Yeah, it does not have a buffer anymore. And it's raining. Boo. So I think we can cancel this, right? Yeah, let's just go ahead and cancel that. Let the power go back. Yep, there we go. We definitely should upgrade our thermo generators. So let's see, shapeless. Yep. And let's go ahead and upgrade these guys to the Niotic, right? 9, and it looks like it can do it. Cool. And done. Nice. That was really nice and fast. So now we have the Niotic ones up and running, and we have the Niotic cables. Cool. So yeah, we can do that and switch out the cables as well downstairs. This should make everything much faster. So let's go Niotic. Oop. And let's change the cables out from basic to Niotic. What's really cool is I like that this color matches the fluid pipes we have from the pipe mob. And input 72,000 FE a tick. That's nice. I like that. Whoops, look at that. Going up to 72. And that's just 9 of them. Wow. Once we get the Ender IO pipes going, we can run water and electricity along the top. And then we can put them next to each other. The problem is the ones in the middle only have one face to pull from if I surround them. And it needs to get water, and it needs to pull electricity out. Or by electricity, I mean FE, of course. Oh man, it's been literal seconds and it's full again. That is really nice compared to what we were doing before, where we had to turn the machine or the ME system on and off because it was running just on the honey power. So let's grab... Wow, are we really out of blaze powder too? We're out of blaze powder because I pulled the bee out and I was trying to get the other bee. Yep, we need to put a blaze bee. Oh, we need to make sure that we put the iron, the gold, and the blaze bee back in. And we are at 3 bees for blazing so far. Perfect. So let's move our iron and our gold to this center block here. So iron and gold. And we'll put iron in one and gold in the other. All right, 5 very high gold and 5 very high iron. And we have both of them here. Can we do that? Does that look good? Why does it tilt one of them? Tilt both of them? This guy is now a solo copper, which is fine. And let's do the same thing over here. We're gonna do blazing. And we're gonna do energized steel. Alright, the blazing needs the magma block, and the energized steel is going to need the energized steel. Block of energized steel, there we go. So now these 2 bees, blazing bees, can make our blaze powder that we need. Energized steel can make our energized steel right here in the middle. Good. So since the bee is lagging behind just a little bit, let's go ahead and go towards Spirited, which is just an emerald, no problem, with more FE required. So that looks just as simple as making the Niotic. I set the pattern already, so let's check and see this one. Now this is the new setup, and I did change power surge, right? Yeah, we got power surge. Cool. This guy is set to, yep, power surge. So let's make some Spirited, and let's go ahead and just make 100, because that seems like it's an achievement. Yep, it's going super, super fast. That's nice. I like that. The hard part is going to be these nitro crystals, because they're going to require nether stars for each. So 1 nether star makes 16. The nitro crystal, oh, okay, yeah, we need 2 blocks of nitro crystal to make the bee. Wow, is that 2 billion? Wow, 2 billion FE. We need 2 blocks of nitro crystal to make the nitro crystal bee spawn egg. We just finished 100 spirited crystal. That's crazy. Let's see, nitro. Yep. And what are we going to need? We're going to need 3 blocks, so that's 27. So let's just say 30. All right, so to make these 30, we need at least 2 nether stars, and we need blocks of blazing crystal, which that's not a problem. The nether stars, we can go get them manually real quick. Alrighty, let's go ahead and manually make these. So 1, 2, 1, and 1. There we go. Easy peasy. 1, 2, 1, and 1. There we go. Going pretty fast. For 20 million, this is pretty good. And of course, everything's going to get upgraded again, right? We got nitro crystals, and we got our 3 blocks we need. 1 for the bee and 2 for the craft. And then now we just need to get all of the spawn eggs, really. Redstone, blazing, spirited, Niotic, 2 of them, and an emerald. Diamond and 2 blazings. 2 Niotic, 2 spirited, 2 nitro. If we need more of these eggs, I'm going to have to set up a chicken farm. So let's see. 2 more treats. And no. Yeah, like this. So emerald and redstone. Good. Let's make these 2 as well. So we're sitting at 3 and 2, so 5 in total. All of these guys need to get filled up before the catcher starts catching them. And I think squeezing the bee is going to have the greatest effect. Because if you AFK with the Pokey Pokey, that's great, but I'm trying to do this all in the same day. So I think catching the bees and squeezing them for their juices is going to get us the spawn eggs way faster. So we need to figure out something to keep our time going. So yeah, let's go ahead and make another tower of our molecular assemblers. And I just remembered that if we have 5 bees in here, we're definitely going to need to put speed upgrades inside of our centrifuges. So 4, 7. We need 14 of the speed upgrades. 3 for you, 3 for you. Now we need to upgrade these guys. 4 for you, and 4 for you, so you can keep up. Cool. Gold and iron in raw form is not going to be a problem now. Now what we should set up is redstone furnaces for both gold and iron. But let's make our auto crafters first. All right, 32. Let's go, molecular assemblers. We're gonna need, what is it, 2.5 stacks of the acceleration card. So let's just go ahead and make another 100 out of Fluix crystals. Okay, but I did recently, yep, there we go. Just take these out for right now. The Fluix bee will catch up at some point. Go ahead and make 100 of these guys. All right, and just that short amount of time, we're at 5, 4, 5, and that's it. Okay, so we are popping them out now. What we can do, we got 3 in here, we got 3 in here. We can put another 3 in here just to spam, because we're going to reuse these for the other bees as well. 1 and 2 and 3. We will put you in here as well. That will increase even more of these blazing crystals. 3 babies, 3 babies, 3 babies. These are going to fill. The back one's going to fill. And I guess since we're going to smoosh the babies, let's just go ahead and massively create all of them as baby upgrades. We got 5, 5, and 5 now. And the 4th beehive has 3 baby upgrades in it. So what is that? 5, 10, 15 times 5. That's the chance times 3 of all of the bees being born. I think that'll work out. All right, so it's been maybe an hour and the machines have all filled up and they're pumping out the blazing crystal bees now into the wild, which are growing up and being snagged by the bee cage. We got a bunch of these here. So let's see. Do we have glass jars? We got 31. Let's take this out real quick so it doesn't pull them from here. And let's squeeze some of these guys and see if we can get the 2 100% blazing crystal bees that we need. Looks like we succeeded. Like we have the 2 100% blazing crystals. So let's go ahead and make these 2 bees real quick so that we can set it up and make our next bee, which is the Niotic crystal bee. So we already have the diamond, we already have the blocks of Niotic, we have 1 extra for the bee itself, and we need a 3rd blazing crystal for when we get to Nitro. We need 1 more. But what I'm thinking is we'll make this bee and then we'll replace this setup here. All of these bees will get replaced by the Niotic bee when we pop it out. All right, there we go. We got everything we need for the Niotic crystal bee. So let's go ahead and toss it into the energizing orb, which I moved from downstairs to here in the middle. We'll go 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1. And booyah, we got it. There we go, we got our Niotic crystal bee spawn egg. Nice. Strong, very high, rain, and metaternal. And then of course, let's do this upside, because I don't trust downsides anymore. Let's go here. Yum, 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 and yum. There we go. And sturdy bee cage. There we go. Very high rain, Metaternal, strong. We got the Niotic crystal bee. And let's go ahead and put him in here so that we can start working on the same thing and get this guy to start making us extra bees so that we can squash them, so that we can go from Niotic to Spirited now. We need 2 Niotic crystal bee spawn eggs. Alright, my guys, so it is the following day, and I went ahead and I changed up the machines. When I am AFK, I switch out all the baby upgrades to Pokey Pokies to slowly pull the gene samples out, but then when I'm here with you guys, I switch them all for baby upgrades. So I got 2 of them full of Niotic crystals, and I got 1 of them full of emerald bees, so that we can make as many bees as possible. So these guys... Ooh, is the capture empty? The catcher is empty. We'll put some more in here so that it can catch these fully grown ones. And what I've been doing is I've been smooshing them in order to get more bee material, because when you smoosh a bee, you get more than with the Pokey Pokey. There's one more. So let's go ahead and smoosh some of these bees and see if we can make 1 more spirited crystal. These guys are super simple. It's just 2 Niotics and an emerald with a block, 2 blocks of spirited crystals. And what I'm gonna do is, the whole reason why I'm smooshing these instead of growing new ones is because I realized that when the spirited crystal bees were put in here, at the very bottom it says this bee species cannot breed amongst themselves. So the baby upgrade wouldn't work. I had to make 4 extra ones just to be able to fill up this machine so that we could do Pokey Pokies. Because for the Powah crystals, I'd like to have a beehive with the with 5 of these guys in each beehive. I think that'd be great. So these 3 Pokey Pokies are slowly pulling from the spirited crystal bee, and I was hoping that we could get more or less a free spirited bee out of this, but I haven't been doing it long enough. The Pokey Pokies, they pull gene samples out 1% at a time. So we finally got 100%, and I turned that into a spirited crystal. And then derpy me realized I could just make 2 extra ones. So I've been waiting for this Pokey Pokey to make me another one when I could just make another one, because I've already made 4. Brain fart. Yep, there we go. We got 100% emerald. We got 2 Niotics. So let's go ahead and set this up so that we can make another spirited, and then right after that we can make the Nitro crystal bee spawn egg. Yay. And there we go. We got everything we need for a second spirited crystal. And I'll go ahead and I'll let this thing go. We got 6 in here. I'll get back to it eventually. And we can catch more Niotic and emerald bees, because that is where the bees stop breeding. And then, of course, I made a really silly vanilla hopper thingy for eggs. All right, so emerald, blazing, blazing, Niotic, Niotic. There we go. And by blazing, I mean spirited crystal, of course. And spirited egg number 2. There we go. And let's go with 2 of these guys. 1, 1, and 2. And... wow, really? 8 million, 9 million, 10 million. It's still at 0? Do I need to switch out the Niotic to spirited for this to... wow, 1%. Okay. It's probably because it's the last bee. 72,000 FE a tick for this. Wow. So I am running it through the flux plug here with all of the thermo generators. And I did attach the ender cell because I went through and I just crafted everything out of everything. These solar panels were the most expensive to craft. It was ridiculous. But I went ahead and I put down the ender cell. I gave it the ender cell spirited. I gave it the spirited battery and the spirited energy cell. So it has a buffer of 800 million in it. Let's see, can we add some extra stuff to it? Do we have spirited ender gates? Let's see. Ender Gate. We have... No, we don't. We have Niotic. Ah, the 4 that I crafted I put over here on these guys. Now these machines look like rodeo clowns to me. Alright, let's make some more of these Ender Gates spirited. And let's see. We're at 10%. Let's just tag them on the sides just for right now. I don't think it's going to make that huge of a difference because the energy cables themselves are Niotic. But I know where all 4 of them are right now. And I don't know if I start replacing cables, will this pause or will it reset? Basic rods, I got 1 spirited rod right here. So while I upgrade these, let's do this. Oh, they don't connect to each other, huh? Okay. And let's put down the 1 spirited I made for quest completion right here. Oh, cool. It shows the laser now. Nice. And now we can upgrade all of them, right? This one here, 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 and another 3. Now you're all upgraded to spirited. And some of the lasers are turning on and off. That's pretty funny. And I'm pretty sure we can just put one of these guys down. Let's put it in the back over here. Now it has access to... Now it's a laser show. It has access to our flux network. Yep. And it has access to the Ender network. Okay. And the cables themselves should be maxed out. I don't know why the lasers are blinking, unless that's an effect. Let's see. Power surge. Bypass limit. Oh, we're empty. That just shot 16 million out of the system. I guess that might have been a bad idea. I think it's because we have 9 of the thermoelectric generators, and they're going off from time to time. I kind of like this, actually. Like, I'm not a Minecraft gamer that cares about speed. This is neat, though. Let's break this one. That's redundant. This is kind of neat, though. I like this. This is like a little laser show going on. We're sitting at almost 1 billion. Wow. Yeah, we're... Okay, so it's 2 billion for the entire craft. We're at 50%. Alright, so since this is kind of silly, let's go ahead and replace our Niotic with some spirited. So let's see. Can I... Oh, it's large tunnel. Let me do shapeless. And then, yeah, mining 9 blocks. Okay. So there we go. There are the Niotic, and here come the spirited. And we got to replace the cable too. 9 blocks. And spirited. Alright, yeah, it's draining the power. 800 million was in this buffer. I guess if we had 2 billion ready, we wouldn't have hit this stoppage point. Plus, I did the player transmitter because we had it. Right-click the binding card, and now this guy is full with 400 million as well. So now we don't have to worry. Our wireless crafting terminal works, and our energetic angel ring, it can charge now. I still haven't figured out why the flux network won't do it. Possible that we have now wiped out all of our buffers. The Herculean is empty. Yeah, the Ender Cell is empty now as well. So let's see. Oh, also let me grab these gene samples. These are random gene samples that I have from just having these bees in here. And yeah, it looks like we have wiped out all of our power. Because this guy needs 2 billion. And it instantly stole all 16 million that was inside the Herculean. That's crazy. But we are sitting at 87% already. So it's going faster. What I can do is I can upgrade these 9 Niotic thermo generators and give ourselves another 9. I could, but by the time I finish doing that, this guy's going to be done. It's already at 90%. So I guess I could prepare for that. What we can do is we could move this over one away, or we could just push the wall back. But what we could do is we could make another row of 9 here. Yep, that's one too far. But we can put the new generators on the back end over here and have the water distribute in the middle. So let's see, we have empty 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I just realized I'm not going to be able to put a block there, huh? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is ready. We can set these up now, or we can upgrade them first to Spirited and then Niotic and then put them down. I want to avoid doing more work than I have to, really. And the bee is complete, so let's go ahead and go back to productive bees. We have our Nitro crystal bee. Nice. Strong, very high rain and meta-eternal. Let's go ahead and get this guy all beefy, and then we can put him in its final resting place. Nitro crystal, let's hook you up right here. All right, honey treat, 1, 2, 3, and 4. There you go. And let's go ahead and, I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's put you in a spawn egg. We got an adult, very high rain, meta-eternal strong, passive. This bee species cannot breed amongst themselves, so if we want to increase the blocks or the nitro crystal production, we have to make all of these dudes manually. Wow. We gotta make 4 more if we want to have a full hive. All right, so let's see, where are we gonna drop this guy off? Where do I have all of the other bees from here, right? I got Uranonite here. Is it Uranonite? We got 5 blazing crystals here. 5 gold. We have 5 iron. 5 blazing. 5 energized steel. Yep, so let's go ahead and get the nitro bee in this side here. And we'll put the block of nitro crystal in right here. And one thing that I did realize, let's go ahead. We need 1, 2, 6 speed upgrades real quick. So we're going to put 2 in here. And the centrifuge also needs to be upgraded. So let's go ahead and pick this guy up. Of course, it shatters everything. Honey generator. And we need to make this a heated centrifuge. Heated centrifuge. We're going to upgrade this guy to heated centrifuge. Give it all 4 speed upgrades. And then what we're going to do for the nitro crystal is we're going to make an upgrade block. So let's see, block upgrade, upgrade. How about just upgrade? Yes, right here, upgrade block 1. We need to make another nether star, of course. Soul sand, wither skeleton. Okay, let's do this quick and dirty. I have decided that since these guys are so easy to defeat, let's just go ahead and make 2 of them since we need only 1. And block upgrade. Now you shouldn't have a problem. See, like, why can't it pull from my inventory? That's kind of frustrating. Let's do that. Now we can change the produced output to comb blocks instead of honeycombs. We have upgraded to the heated centrifuge. Now it's going to make blocks instead of the honeycombs, which originally I had my doubts to see if that was faster. Because what's faster, 20% in the hive or making them in block form instead of honeycombs? I ran a little experiment here. So we got iron bees, they're all very high rain, meta-eternal. One has a block upgrade and 2 speed, the other one has 3 speed. And we have them all, everything else is the same. Heated centrifuge, both of these can be run off of 1 honey generator. We're sitting at 6.1 thousand without, and 17.5 thousand with. So it is almost 3 times as much, so 3 times faster to use the block upgrade than to use the speed upgrade. I like doing experiments like that. And we have a whole bunch of emerald and niotic bees ready to be squashed. I refilled this bad boy. We're gonna let these keep pumping out niotic crystals. And this guy here is going to keep doing the pokey pokey on the spirited. Let's see what we're at. See, spirited 2%. It's going to take a while to make an egg this way. But if you have the time to squash them, it's a lot faster to manually squash these guys. 72% on a blazing crystal, 13% on a spirited crystal, and we also need redstone. We need 2 spirited crystal, 1 blazing crystal, and 1 redstone crystal. Wow. So this is going to be the grind. Of course, the power as well, we can upgrade to the spirited thermo generators, and we can crank out another 4 of these so that we can get all of the nitro crystals we need to complete the rest of the Powah chapter. All right, so let's go ahead and we can set our upgraded spirited thermo generators down here. I made some more cable, so now we can run the cable as well. And let's go ahead and run this into the ender cell right here. Let's move it. Put the ender cell right there. Okay, it still has everything it needs. And then let's just put the player transmitter in front of it. There we go. And binding card. Perfect. So let's see. It is full with 800 million. That is nice. We have ender gates. We have a solar panel spirited, which is kind of silly if you think about it, considering these thermo generators with the soul lava are just so much better. And now, for symmetry reasons, let's go ahead and put this guy here. Boop, boop. There we go. So we'll have flux and we'll have ender. And what's funny, what's holding us back from making 2 more of the spirited solar panels is clay balls, because there's no recipe for just changing the clay brick into 4 clay balls. We have to run it through something to smash them. We have 30,000 clay, and I gotta do a couple of them manually because I have to run this through something silly like the milling from the create mod, which we'll do at some point, right? All right, so spirited. Okay, let's make 2 more of the spirited solar panels. And that looks like, yeah, it's going to take a while. Wow, almost 10,000 dielectric paste. We got redstone going. Nice. I love watching this work. In between episodes, I did upgrade the redstone to the block upgrade, as well as, believe it or not, we never hooked up our lapis bee. So I made 4 more and I did a block upgrade on this guy because we ran out of lapis. And just one night of AFK, let's see what we're at. We are at, well, we were at 15,000, but I'm crafting these solar panels now. Yep, it's putting a heavy drain on our lapis as well as our redstone to complete this. It's working on the photoelectric panes now, so 3 equals 1. 3 equals 1, 3 equals 1, 3 equals 1, it goes up. And boom, there we go. We got our 3 solar panels for spirited, and then let's see. Yep, we need 2 nitro capacitors and a dielectric casing to upgrade to solar panel nitro. But what I'm thinking is, instead of putting this guy together, well, I mean, we are getting nitro crystals, not as fast. Yeah, let's go ahead and make this 1 solar panel real quick. 100 casings, now the capacitors. Let's see, can we make 2 capacitors? Very cool. And then let's make the solar panel for spirited. And by spirited, I mean the nitro. Nitro solar panel will be the first thing that we make. Reactor's gonna need a lot of nitro capacitors. The thermo generators are going to be really amazing now that we can upgrade them. Of course, the cables can now do 1 million FE a tick, so that might be a great idea to upgrade these guys so that we can make the bee faster, right? Yeah, because I wasn't expecting us to already be at 110 nitro crystals from just the 1 bee on block form. Let me check something real quick. Oh, nice. It is 100% chance. So it's 100% chance to get one from a comb. And of course, the heated centrifuge makes 4 at a time. Plus, we have very productive, so we're making 16 of these at a time. Okay, so now I understand why we're making so many of these. Because what's funny is I want to max it out at 5 of these Nitro bees inside, but all I have to do is be AFK one night and I'll have like 2,000 of these crystals. So let me set some patterns real quick, because I don't believe I set any of the Nitro. No, I didn't set any of the Nitro energy cables yet. All right, so we're going to do the upgrade version. We're out of patterns. Upgrade the cable this way. And let's see. I don't know why it's split apart. I put another tower up and it's split for the molecular assemblers. Nitro cables. Let's go ahead and make 10. Very cool. Wow, yeah, we got 12 of the Nitro cables now. The Nitro panel, I mean, what are we going to do with this thing, really, right? I guess what we could do is the top of the ME system is reaching sunlight. So let's just go ahead and tag it right here, right? Okay. Good enough as place for anything, right? We can always pick it up and put it somewhere else. What is this? What in the world? Why? Why is this up here? Is this where I have my teleport pad down there? It is. That's weird. Is it supposed to make one in the sky? Or did I accidentally put a teleport pad down on top of a teleport pad and that's the minimum distance? Weird. Modded Minecraft for you. Let's keep on making the Niotic stuff. Shapeless, energizing rod, spirited. Let's go ahead and get rid of the rods, and we can get rid of these guys as well. So let's put the Nitro cables up to replace. And let's see, do we need to, whoops, do we need to use the Ender gates? I don't think the Ender gates need the one from before. So let's see, the gate for the Ender gates. Yeah, it just requires Ender cores and energy cables. Okay, so yeah, we don't need to set a pattern for these guys. And by not needing to set a pattern, I mean we can like remove all of these patterns. We don't need the gates for the previous tiers unless we want to be super efficient, right? All right, pattern for this guy. And let's go. I saw a hole down here. I don't know why there's a hole, but we're going to plug it. And let's just make one craft of the Ender gates, which will give us 4. Very cool. Ender gate Nitro. And let's also upgrade the energizing rods to Nitro as well with a pattern. And I'm not 100% sure. I think I made this mistake already. Yeah, I made 9 basic cables, right? These guys, I don't think the pattern works for it. So let's just do this manually real quick, right? Love having these Nitro capacitors on tap. What's funny is let's upgrade everything off of the 1B and see how far we can go and how much more Nitro crystals we still have left, right? So we just upgraded the cables, the gate, and now the energy cables with the energizing rods. Energy cell Nitro does not require us to upgrade. Wow, the energy cell though. Not like, so the ender cell doesn't, but the energy cell needs 2 spiriteds. And I think I used the cell to make the ender cell have a bigger buffer. So we need to remake 2 of these spirited cells. And Nitro cell pattern. Let's see how expensive this guy's gonna be. And there we go. We have our energy cell Nitro. And we need to make the ender cell Nitro now, right? And that one, we don't need a pattern for it. Yeah, because these guys, I don't know what I'm gonna do with these guys. I don't think I can put ender cells inside of ender cells. But let's go ahead and make an ender cell Nitro, which it's pretty cheap. The player transmitter Nitro. Yeah, it looks like it needs the spirited one, so let's go mine it up. While we're down here, we can grab these 2 dudes and put down the ender cell right here and put in the energy cell. So now it has 2.8 billion. What can we do with this ender cell? Can we put it in here? 400k? Is that a buffer inside of a buffer? Is that how it works? Very cool. We got cables. And I guess, do we need the power right now? The only thing that the power is doing is making stuff through the energizing. See, like it says to craft. It's going to craft all of them over again, even though I put the transmitter in the inventory. So making the pattern for it is a big ol' F in the chat. So let's just go ahead and plus this guy and make ourselves some more casing. I've been making these in 100 batches. I'm surprised that they take up so much. Got a player transmitter now. We need the thermo generators to all be upgraded. So we need nitro capacitors, 9, 18. Let's see if we can make 18. Yeah, we ran out of nitro crystals because it wants us to get more nether stars. Plus, did we completely shatter our iron supply with this? Oh no! Wow, that is heavy on the iron. So yeah, all of the iron ore is empty from the B. We are down to 41 iron. And yeah, we had 15,000. I guess we got pokey on iron. Do we need that? Iron looks like it needs a block upgrade, right? Gold, should we preemptively make gold? Oh, and what I did past D-Day. Great job. Let's go ahead and do upgrade. I did make 2. No. Oh, I guess I used another star for one of the nitro crafts. Well, we need more nether stars now. But I would say this episode's getting away from me now. All I'm doing is crafting, and that's pretty boring to watch. I'm going to fix the problem with the iron bees, give it a block upgrade, maybe give the block upgrade to the gold bee as well, and build up more of this, which I guess like we could start the next episode with us knocking out the last quest for Powah together, and also jumping into hostile neural networks because I am tired of fighting the Wither. So next episode, what we're going to do is we're going to go after the hostile neural network. So let's look up hostile, @hostile for the mod, if I can spell it right. And we're going to be working on hostile neural networks. We're going to make the simulation chamber, the loot fabricator, because what we're going to go for is a Wither data model. And we're going to fight the Wither until it can start pumping out its own Wither predictions so that we can get nether stars. And there's a bunch of other things that I'd like to get data models on for stuff that's kind of annoying to run out of, that doesn't really need anything monumental set up for it. I'm thinking the piglich is probably going to be something that's required so that we can get piglich hearts. These things look like cookies to me.
Thank you so much for joining me today. Smash like to show your appreciation, and consider leaving a boom in the comment section below. Also, click on my dude here to subscribe for more Let's Plays. Ooh.